You say assessment. Indeed, as you've come back to America, what do you assess and how do you assess how we have progressed or maybe gone in a negative direction?
First of all, our people are without leaders with vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Yes.
Second of all, our people have lost contact with the will of the Most Holy. You see, what has happened in the institutions of America today is that they have destroyed the essential element. They have destroyed the sense of what is right and what is wrong. And we find our people, the great majority of our people today, rationalizing evil. And when you can no longer assess what is right and wrong, you can no longer invoke God into your struggle on your side, simply because you don't know how. So our people today have been mollified with things, these things that have been defined as living and life. They are all now trying to get larger televisions. They're all now trying to get more vehicles and better paying jobs. But all around us, we find destruction. They have diverted our attention from the essential necessity, the need to worship and to be in harmony with God on this earth. As a matter of fact, if I would pose the question to my people today as to how did we get so involved in a secular struggle? Every man of God, every people of God that were ever chosen, they were chosen to advance the ideas or the will of God on this earth. I don't even recall, and I don't say this out of malice, I don't even recall the last time that I've heard one of the African American leaders side with God on an issue. When it comes to what they now refer to as child abuse, they side with the opposition to God. When it comes to perversion, they have sided with the opposition to God. When it comes to worship, they side with the opposition to God. So I'm simply saying that all through the family, all through the neighborhoods, that we find the leaders today have sided with God. And since they have sided with God, they are leading our people in a secular struggle. And in that secular struggle, then they no longer allow them to define what is right and what is wrong. The struggle in the last days, the struggle is actually between what is right and what is wrong. For example, let us consider in the neighborhoods today, we are quite familiar with the term crime and sin, crime and criminals. And this term we hear quite often, but when you hear the term crime, you think of the criminal justice system, and subsequently you feel to get your house in order with the state. But I'm simply saying that we need to redirect our language. I'm saying that the neighborhoods are full of sin. But when you hear the term sin, you do not think of the criminal justice department. You consider that your house is out of order with God. Subsequently, you need to consider being reconciled with the Creator. I'm saying that the African American neighborhoods today are full of sin and sinners. But when you hear that term, you no longer refer to the state. You are being referred to the Creator. And that's the problem. But the leaders of our people today do not want to acknowledge that. They continue to guide our people down the path to destruction. How do I know? I am simply capable in 2002 of analyzing us and assessing the end result.
Indeed, and we can see the end result throughout all our urban centers and our communities. And while we were away at the break, you have some statistics that you shared with me. I'm a holistic health practitioner, so I'm very comfortable in speaking in that area, and I know that our people have failed themselves very miserably. But you had some statistics that I was not aware of, and I just wanted to see whether you might be able to share those with us.
500,000 African Americans perish every year from preventable diseases. 1 out of every 13 African Americans will suffer fatal kidney disorder. Crime, sickness, disease, AIDS, all of these things that are preventable are prevalent in our community. 500,000 a year. That means that in 10 years, we're talking about 5 million. 20 years, my beloved son, and to our people, wherever they may be, in 20 years, you're talking about 10 million of our people perishing. And when we consider the magnitude of that, we're actually saying that in 20 years, possibly every 80 to 90%, possibly every adult Black American will perish. Every adult that you are living with, residing with, that you meet on the streets today, In 20 years, every one of them will perish. What is the problem? The end result. But our people today are not even conscious of the fact they're not able to relate diet with sickness and disease.
Right.
86% of our people are not aware of the connection between diet and disease. Why are they not aware? Simply because their leaders are not making them aware. They are followers. Their leaders are hiding this information from them simply because their leaders are a part of this capitalistic society. It's all about money. Sickness today is a big business.